for joining me today. Today we'll be looking at extensions. So some more work with the left hand, this time looking at extended positions. In lower positions on the cello's first position and nearby places, our normal span from first finger to fourth finger is a minor third. So in regular first position, that span of a minor third is fine, but if we want to increase our reach a little bit, we can extend. That brings us to a major third, and that can make quite a huge difference in our day-to-day playing needs. According to a biography I read years ago of the great cellist Pablo Casals, he was actually the one who invented extending. According to this book that I read before he came along, cellists would simply shift every time they needed to move to new notes, and he came along with the idea of simply extending our hand in order to increase our reach and be able to do more within a given position. So I guess that means you could either thank him or blame him depending on your perspective. Personally, I'm inclined to thank him because I think it does make things much more playable, much more attainable. Often we find ourselves needing to extend forward. For example, if I'm in first position, normal first position would look something like this. If I want to extend forward, it'll look like that. Okay, notice that the first finger stays where it is and everything else moves forward. And then if I want to go back to regular unextended, or as I sometimes call it, collapsed first position, I'll come back to here. Let me show you what my thumb looks like while I'm doing that. So I'm tilting the cello a little bit. Normally I wouldn't tilt it like this while I'm playing. I'm doing this just for demonstration, right? So regular first position, everything moves forward. Let me tilt the camera down a little bit so you can see everything. There we go. So extended first position, and then back to regular, or what I again sometimes call collapsed first position. Okay, it often happens, of course, that we need to extend the other way. So again, here's regular first position. I'm on the D string. My first finger would normally be on an E natural. If I extend backwards, my first finger is now on an E flat. Okay, in this case, everything else stays put, except for my first finger, which reaches backwards like so. Now you may notice that my hand looks pretty much the same whether I'm extending forward or extending backwards. Again, here's a forward extension, and here's a backward extension, right? So this looks very much the same as that, right? In one case, we're moving everything except for the first finger to reach that extended position. In the other case, we're moving only the first finger to get that extended position. Okay, so let me review. Oftentimes I see students who are either neglecting to or hesitant to move their thumb along with the rest of their hand. Okay, so again, just to review, first finger stays where it is, everything else moves forward. Notice that my thumb stays opposite my second finger pretty much throughout the proceedings. Regular, extended. Now in one of my earlier videos I talked about the left hand twist, and usually we try to avoid that. Although that is generally true, there are some cases when we're extending where a little bit of a twist can help us. It sometimes happens that we may need to extend forward and use any of these fingers, second, third, or fourth, to reach the correct pitch that we are seeking. I find that if I wanted that third finger pitch to be nice and close to the fourth finger, if I twist the hand a little bit this way, that's a little bit easier. If I leave it untwisted, moving that third finger forward, much more difficult. So it can sometimes be beneficial to allow yourself a little bit of that twist, so especially for some third finger work. Again, however, in accordance with that video that I'm referencing, try to not use that twist except in very specific cases. As a matter of course, as a matter of habit, it's better not to keep it twisted. So as you continue your forward progress, you continue your studies and your practices, I'm sure you'll find that good and comfortable extensions will go quite far in improving your playing and making things much more accessible and much more playable. As always, if you have any questions or comments on this, I hope you will let me know. You can either leave a comment here on this video, or you can reach me through my website. Thanks again for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.